Vanity here from UntamedTech. So we're going to have a quick chat about Google Assistant, Google Home, and then Home Assistant, and the kind of things, how it all integrates and how it all works. Um, so first off the bat, Google Assistant is your voice assistant that you actually use to communicate with your Android device and get information, whether your diary, set timers, that kind of stuff. So it's your voice assistant. Um, Google Home is the app that you actually install on your phone, and then you link all your different smart apps into one platform, which is the Google Home platform. You can also do some basic automations and do custom voice commands and kind of stuff. Like you can say, open the front gate for the house, and that will turn on your gate switch or your garage or whatever switch you've got on there. My I'm home routine will literally open the gate, open the garage, turn on the porch light, turn on the kitchen light, passage light, turn the alarm system off. When I get home, and when I'm leaving, it just does reverse. Opens everything and turns off all the lights and turns on the alarm system, for an example. But you can do any kinds of weird custom things that you want, and you can go get creative as much as you like as well. So then we kind of switch it up to Home Assistant. Home Assistant is like the big bad brother of Google Home. Um, from that perspective, it's not based on Android. It's a Linux-based system, so you install it on like a Raspberry Pi, a virtual machine on an old laptop, like that old laptop that's just running Hyper-V. You can do it on VirtualBox. I'm not a big fan of the VirtualBox. A lot of issues with the networking and stuff like that, and backups and stuff. I'm a Hyper-V fan, so I've been working with Hyper-V for many years. So I just prefer it. You can Proxmox it, you can do it whatever you want. Um, you can have a look at like the Home Assistant green boxes. They just basically Raspberry Pis. They are okay for a basic setup and for someone to learn what Home Assistant is all about and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not going to get into too many technical details on what Home Assistant hardware and stuff to run. The basic premise of Home Assistant is you've got a platform to pull in everything, not just the kind of stuff that works on your phone. Um, we, for instance, run the Daya inverter on the SolarMan application. You can pull that into Home Assistant. You could pull AccuWeather, pull that in there. To your Smart Life, we've got Sonoff speakers. Sonos has an integration. You've got pretty much everything that you can think of that you can pull into there. I've got water tank level sensors. We've got a 3D floor plan map that we've built on the dashboards there. So what it allows you to do is have automations built between the different apps. Where Google Home, that's where kind of your limits and your restrictions are. Like behind me, I've got a Sonoff SNZB 02D, the display temperature and humidity sensor, but it's talking to a Tuya Smart Life air conditioner. So when it reaches 27 in the office, it turns on the Tuya aircon, and when it reaches 23, it turns it off. So that's an example where you've got an e-wheeling device talking to a Tuya device. But you can also use a Tuya tank level sensor for my water tanks, and then you can say turn on the e-wheeling switch on the pump when the water level gets 50%. Or a lot of our clients use the 4-channel Pro on their Rainbird solenoids. So when the Rainbird controller dies, they use that, but they can link it to AccuWeather to say if there's a 60% chance of rain, don't turn on the sprinklers for the day. That kind of stuff. There's there's almost endless possibilities because you also install the application on your phone. You get all the sensors from your phone. So a lot of our automations here will only run when our phones are connected to the specific Wi-Fi for the office. So like the air conditioner automation will only run when I'm at the office and my phone is connected to it. You can link it into a proximity sensor, like a millimeter wave proximity sensor, to say to only run it on condition that my phone is connected to the Wi-Fi and that my phone, or that there is motion or a human present in the room. Um, when you leave, turn off all the air conditioners, turn off all the lights, kind of stuff. But let's say you want to be on condition that your phone and your wife's phone is not connected to the Wi-Fi. Um, so you can go as insane and crazy as you want. On top of that, you can also, if you guys are familiar with Node-RED, Node-RED is also an add-on that you can do in Home Assistant and then build your flows, and there you can go absolutely bonkers if you really want to. But we do offer this as a service for people. If you need some advice, you can give us a call as well. We can explain it in more details, or pop past the office so we can show you what it is, the different examples. The dashboarding is endless. If you want to put a tablet on your wall in the living room and build a dashboard just specifically for the living room to control the TV, the amplifier, the home theater systems, your accent lighting, colors, everything that's pretty much in there that you can automate or put on a smart switch, you can then build into a dashboard and have it on there. So the Home Assistant is like your next level. So once you've done all the hardware, you've put smart switches on everything, and you can actually from your phone control everything. That's when and from your voice commands, you'll use your assistants to voice command all your smart switches, obviously. Then once your platform is done and you've got all your hardware, then you start pulling all of these kinds of things in. Um, as an example, you can see all the solar dashboards. I'd like to keep an eye on the solar system and how the batteries are charged. My swimming pool pump will not run if the batteries are not at 50% charge, or once it's dropped below 50%, it will not run either. So there's a lot of conditions that you can build into these things. And there goes my screensaver. So, so you can see this is straight recorded, not edited or anything. But yeah, that is Home Assistant in a nutshell. Um, Link is down there at the bottom. Again, give us a call if you need some more info. Um, Possibilities are endless on Home Assistant. So yeah, just give us a shout when you guys are ready, or pop past the office and come have a look. We're in Westine in Johannesburg. Have a great evening, everybody. We'll chat to you soon. Cheers.